Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakwadash. Just want to give double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone and the elders for teaching us this truth. For you other brothers out there on the highways and byways, Shalom. I don't know how many videos YouTube has taken off, so I'm gonna have to do some of these dreams over again. Over the past couple of years, I've been having these dreams of a Russian invasion, and you know, I've been sharing them on YouTube, but like I said, it's like I don't know what's still up. I can't even upload anymore. I'm just gonna make my recordings, and then whenever I can upload again in a couple weeks, I guess, I'll post them. And my other channel was taken down, so I'm just gonna post these for now. At least it's something that can wait around until I can upload again. Yeah, the past couple of years I've been having these dreams of a Russian invasion. Like, you know, some of the dreams are, you know, I'm out and about in public doing what I need to do, and people are just, you know, nonchalant. Everybody's just going about their day. Nobody knows what's going on. And in the dream there's this huge brown bear, and it's just like, you know, walking along calmly, just checking things out. Nobody notices the bear either but me, and I'm kind of keeping my distance, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, what? Everyone's just walking along as if the bear wasn't there, and you know, that just kind of tells me, like, nobody's paying attention to prophecies and what's going on in the world. And you know, the bear was just checking things out, seeing, almost as if it was like, you know, how checking people's behavior, you know, and where's the best place. I don't know, man. It was just really eerie. Like, the bear had like its own human personality or something like that. But you know, there was like 3 dreams just like that. One day I was at some lake. It was some kind of, I don't know why I was there, but it was some kind of weird air show. And again, the bear just kind of creeps up, you know, walks behind everybody, just strutting along like it owns the place. And I'm sitting there watching it from a distance, wondering if it's gonna attack anybody. And then the other there was a couple more where it must have been later on, because these bears were actually running after people and attacking them and mauling people to death. Like, I saw this one lady just get complete, like, I was somewhere out in a rural area, out in the wilderness or something, some countryside, and this humongous brown bear like chased an Edomite lady down, and like the terror on her face was just, I mean, you can't even describe it. It caught up to her immediately, just started tearing her apart from the middle, and I'm hiding behind a tree, you know. The bear never saw me, but I just remember running to a cabin nearby, and there was a bunch of Edomites. Like, the Edomites were terrified. Like, I don't know at what point during Jacob's trouble this was, but it must have been, I don't know, maybe the 144 were out and about fucking shit up because these Edomites were terrified. They were trying to figure out what to do, and somehow a couple of them had started to trust me or something. I had no idea why I was there. I just know some of these dreams the Spirit has me walking like I'm pilgriming. You know, the scriptures say some of us will be pilgrims on the earth, and that, you know, that leads me to a couple of different dreams, which I'll put in another video. But and then there was another one where I was at some abandoned theme park, and there was a big brown bear chasing people like around this go-kart track. It was terrifying. Like they had this bear like locked away in some kind of garage, and they were like, and they were keeping the bear hungry or something. Like the bear was ready. As soon as they opened the garage, he took off. I mean, it was crazy. Like he took off, started chasing people, caught up to them like it was nothing, started mauling them down. You know, I'm running with these people. You know, at one point I stopped and leaned up against the wall, and the bear ran past me, and that's where that dream ended. But one of the most memorable dreams was I'm over here on the east coast of Florida, right? I'm at the beach. I just remember, like, suddenly I'm at the beach, right? And there was like warships parked. Like I saw like 2 or 3 of them in my area, and they had went so fast that they had kind of slid up on the sand almost, like giant warships that I've never seen before. They didn't dock out to sea and take smaller boats to land. The warships, they just came to land themselves, as if they knew they weren't coming back. Like they knew those warships were just, they weren't taking them back. And I'm watching them, and you see these like huge, like universal soldiers type troopers or whatever, like, you know, 6'8" motherfuckers, you know, just giant LeBron James looking Russians, and they had all kinds of futuristic gear on, and they ran up the beach like it was nothing. Like they were running up like it was nothing. And I just remember being in this tiny little house I've never seen before, right on the beach. And how'd it go? Yeah, I remember running back in the house. One of the soldiers ran in the house, and they were looking around, and I just remember, I was like, oh man, this is where I died. They're gonna shoot me. So I just remember crouching down on the ground, you know, putting my hands around my head, and just as one of them points down to shoot me in the head, I become invisible, and then like that part of the dream ends, and like the soldier couldn't see me anymore. And then like that part of the dream ends, but then it comes to some, like I walk back outside or something, like the soldiers leave, right? I walk back outside, and there's just some strange like priest talking to a couple dudes in black suits, like real eerie, creepy looking dudes. And like you just know they're into some devilish shit. They were just talking, making their plans, and that's where the dream ended. But that's the Russian invasion dream that I always remember. And it just kind of reminds me, when you look Gog and Magog represents Russia, and the bear represents Russia, and that was the symbolism of the bear in my dream. Ezekiel 38, he prophesies that Gog and Magog shall fight with great power against the people of God. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and against the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Salakia. Man, that's a big ass dog. And say, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I come against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will destroy thee and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy hosts, both horses and horsemen, all clothed with all sorts of armor, with a great multitude, with bucklers and shields, all handling swords. They of Paras and Cush, and put with them even all that bear shield and helmet, and Gomer and all his bands, and the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and the people with thee. Prepare thyself and make thee ready, both thou and thou multitude that are assembled unto thee, and be thou their safeguard. After many days thou shalt be visited, for in the later years thou shalt come into the land that hath been destroyed with the sword, and is gathered out of many people, upon the mountains of Israel, which have long lain waste. Yet they've been brought out of people, and they shall dwell all safe. Thou shalt ascend and come up like a tempest, and shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, both thou and thy bands, and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, even at the same time shall many things come to my mind, and thou shalt think evil thoughts. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land that has no walled towers, will go to them that are at rest and dwell safely, which would dwell all without walls, and have neither bars nor gates. Now that's talking about here in Babylon, America. There's no, people just come and go. There's no walls or, and people are here dwelling nonchalantly like nothing's going on. They think they're safe. They think shit is gravy over here. Thinking to spoil the prey and to take a booty, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, and dwell in the midst of lands. Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish with all the lions thereof shall say unto thee, Art thou come to spoil the prey? Hast thou gathered any multitude to take booty? And booty represents like treasures. Like back in the day, you heard the pirates like talk about the booty. It's like you defeat the enemy and you take all their goods, all their treasure, which they used to call booty. To carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, and spoil a great prey. Therefore, Son of man, prophesy and say unto God, Thus saith the Lord, and that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shall not know it. Thou shalt not know it. And come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and much people with thee, and shall ride upon horses, even a great multitude and a great army. And thou shalt come against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land, and shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee upon my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Art Not thou he, of whom I have spoken in old time by the hand of my servants, the prophets of Israel, which have prophesied in those days and years, that I would bring thee upon them at the same time also, when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh, my wrath shall rise in mine anger. For in mine indignation and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken it. And surely at that time there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Alright, so you can finish reading that, but there's gonna be an invasion, man. I mean, I'm not the best at explaining this stuff, but you know, I don't have these multiple dreams for no reason. You know, people are getting tired of this place. You know, some of these countries are gonna come together and invade all at the same time. And you had these movies where, I think it's Red Dawn or something like that, where the Chinese like drop in out of the air. You know, shit like that's gonna be going on. All I know is these Russians came in with these giant ships and they did not give a you-know-what. They did not care. They're not gonna want your money. They're not gonna want your gold and silver. They just want this place gone. And there was no fighting them. All these people that got these guns and they think they're the top shit because, oh, I got this gun. These guys, if you remember the movie Universal Soldier, I mean, this is the type of shit I was seeing in my dream. So just to kind of give you an idea of the type of shit that's coming. Anyway, and I believe they're gonna have a what do you call it? Some kind of treaty or some kind of understanding with Iran, where they come together for this. You know, they're both gonna have the same goal of, you know, this place got to go down. You know, they keep fucking with everybody. You know, we're gonna have to, you know, put our disagreements to the side and let's take this whore out. Whore is the whore of the daughter of Babylon, which is America today. Anyway, I wanted to get, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh, I will pour out. Oh, and Yahweh is the true ancient Hebrew name of God. It means He exists, He is. Yahweh. I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. That's Acts 2:17.